The Candle and the Sun. In a grand palace on a hill, where golden domes shone under the vast blue sky, stood a small, ordinary candle on a dusty shelf in a forgotten corner. It had been placed there long ago and had never been used. The candle often looked out the window at the mighty sun, blazing in the sky, bathing the world in warmth and light. "Look at me," the candle sighed. "So tiny, so insignificant. And look at the sun. Its light reaches every corner of the earth, giving warmth to all living beings. I wish I could be as powerful and grand as the sun. But what good am I? No one even remembers I exist." Day after day, the candle watched the sun rise and set, its admiration slowly turning into envy. It longed to shine as brilliantly as the sun, to be seen and loved by all. But it knew it was just a small stick of wax with a fragile wick. How could it ever compare? One evening, as the palace grew dark, a great storm swept across the land. The wind howled, and the rain poured down in thick sheets. Thunder roared like a mighty beast, and lightning slashed through the sky. The storm was so fierce that it knocked out the lanterns in the palace halls, plunging everything into darkness. Inside the palace, a young servant girl named Liana carefully made her way through the corridors, carrying a bundle of blankets for the royal children. She shivered as the cold wind slipped through the cracks in the stone walls. Suddenly, she tripped over something in the darkness and fell to the ground. The bundle of blankets tumbled away, and she let out a small cry of pain. Liana clutched her ankle. "If only I had some light," she whispered. "I can't see anything." Just then, her eyes landed on the dusty shelf, where the forgotten candle rested. With hope in her heart, she limped toward it, took it in her hands, and struck a match. As the tiny flame flickered to life, it cast a soft, warm glow around the room. "Ah, that's better," Liana sighed with relief. "You're just a small candle, but your light is enough to guide me." With the candle's gentle glow leading the way, Liana found the blankets and made it safely to the children's room. She tucked them in, placing the candle on a table nearby. The warm, golden light calmed their frightened faces, and soon, they drifted off to sleep despite the raging storm outside. The candle watched all of this in wonder. "I may not be as powerful as the sun," it thought, "but my light has brought comfort to those in need. Maybe I do have a purpose after all." The storm continued through the night, but the little candle stood proudly, its flame unwavering. When morning came, the sun returned, casting its glorious light over the world once more. The candle, now just a stub, smiled to itself. It had learned something important, that even the smallest light can shine in the darkest of times. From that day on, the candle no longer envied the sun. It knew that every light, no matter how small, had its own place and purpose. And sometimes, even a tiny flicker could make all the difference in the world. Moral: everyone has a unique value, no matter how small.